Good afternoon. My name is Colin. I will be your examiner today. Can you tell me your full name, please?
Hello, Mr. Colin. Well, my full name is Phản but you can call me Sunny. It's my English name. And well, now I'm 13 years old and I'm studying at class CEC-001 at Speakout English Center. And my hobby is playing badminton and going swimming when I have free time with my friends.
All right. Well, thank you, Sunny. Can I see your identification, please?
Sorry, I don't have any identification.
That's okay. Now, this test has 3 parts. I will ask you some questions and I'd like you to answer them as fully as you can. So let's begin with part 1. In this part, I am going to ask you some questions about yourself and some familiar topics, okay?
Yes.
So, topic 1, we are going to talk about the news and media. Do you often follow the news?
At home I don't use so much on news or paper or newspaper or TV. So I often listen the news from my parents or my grandparents, and I don't watch it on the TV or social media.
Okay. What kind of news are you most interested in?
Well, the news I'm most interested in is about the showbiz. It's about the star, what they like, and what the songs that they create. However, is it?
Okay. How do you usually get the news, like online or from TV?
Well, I often get the news from smartphone. Like I surf the internet and I see some short video, and then I watch it during I surf the internet.
Okay. Do you think the news influences people's opinions?
Can you rephrase that?
Do you think the news influences people's opinions? Is it an influence on what they think?
I think so, because some people they watch and they change the think on their mind, and they will be do some action like the news show in the video, and so they change their mind and in their thinking way.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about the education system, okay? Do you like the education system in your country?
Honestly, I really like the education system in my country because I think it is very good for students in my countries, and they depend so much on that education to improve the students, and we can get like more knowledge from that system.
Okay. What subjects did you enjoy most at school?
The most subjects that I enjoy is the math. Well, because the math help me to mind map to change my thinking way, and I can make friends with the number, so I can thinking about more logistic.
Okay. Do you think exams are a good way to evaluate students?
I think the exam is a very good way to feedback about the study of student. But I think sometimes it depends on lucky, and if the education system they have a very high exam that some student they copy pass the exam from another student, so I think it's not really good.
Okay. Has the education system changed much in recent years?
I think so. I heard that my parents said that in the past the education is not development like now. At the moment, the education using high tech, and so the student can connect with friends from computer, or they can learn more about IT.
Okay. So, part two, now I'm going to give you a topic. I'd like you to talk about it for 1 or 2 minutes. Before you talk, you will have 1 minute to prepare. Here is your topic. Okay?
Yes, thank you.
Now, I will start 1 minute now. Okay, Sonny. Now, please talk about your subject, and I will start the timer now.
Yes. Well, now I will share with you about a problem that is education system in my country has made. This problem is about the facilities. Well, the facilities in education is not very well for students, and except the international school in my country, they have a very good facility, but some public school they don't have good facility to have students in their study. So that some school they don't have computer or laptop for students. Today they have an IT subject, but some schools have not. They don't provide computers to have students, and the old facilities make very boring environment. So when they study, they don't feeling that good and comfortable for their study. And this problem make students they don't have the goal or the purpose to study. When they have a good environment, a good facility to play and study with friends, so they will have a very good spirit to learn and study. I think we need to solve this problem, because for the good study environment, students can be more confident with the study, so they can improve their study more and more, and so it's very important for students. That's everything.
Wow, okay, thank you, Sonny. Let's move on to part three. In this part, I'd like to ask you some more general questions related to the topic we have just discussed. So, what is the effect of private tutoring on education?
What?
What is the effect of private tutoring on education?
The private tutoring.
Tutoring. Tutoring.
Yeah. Well, I think the effect that it helps students. Well, the student when they have a tutor teacher, they can open their knowledge, and the tutor can give them some more and more their experience in the study, so students can improve their study effectively. And But sometimes when they have the learn this lesson at home with the tutor and then they study in the school, they will feel it's very boring and they don't feel interesting with the lesson on the school.
Okay. Is private tutoring more important today than it was in the past?
Yeah.
Is private tutoring more important today than in the past?
Yes, I think the tutoring is very important for students nowadays because the education now is very high and it's very hard for students to study, so they need the tutoring to know more and it have they easy to know about the subject on the school, but in the past they more easily than now.
Okay. What more can governments do to reduce the need for private tutoring?
Well, I think the government should provide or give some like tutoring class for students. But nowadays the government is stop the tutoring class for students because they think it is not important for students. But I think they should open more tutoring class for students nowadays.
How can we encourage more parents to teach their children at home?
Well, I think students should talk to their parents about how and what hardly that they have studied on the school, and they will talk to their parents to help them in study, and so they will know and they can explain for students about the subject or study on the school.
All right. Well, thank you, Sonny. That is the end of your IELTS speaking test. So thank you and goodbye.
Thank you very much.
Good.